You're not just imagining random scenarios in your head. You're having full conversations, explaining things perfectly, replaying moments with better outcomes. And here's the strange part. You don't even realize when it starts. 1 second you're in reality. The next, you're somewhere else entirely. So the real question isn't why do we imagine? It's what is your mind trying to fix? It happens in quiet moments. No phone, no distractions. And suddenly, you're talking to someone who isn't there. That one reply, you thought of 2 hours too late. That sentence, you almost said, but swallowed. That moment, where you felt misunderstood, but couldn't explain yourself properly. So your mind goes back, not to remember, but to correct it. This pattern is stronger in people who think deeply about social interactions, replay conversations after they end, notice small details in tone, words, reactions, care, sometimes too much, about how they're perceived. Because their brain isn't just experiencing moments, it's analyzing them. And when the brain can't resolve something in reality, it tries to resolve it internally. That's why you don't just recall situations. You edit them. You adjust your tone, your timing, your words, until it finally feels right. But this isn't really about conversations. It's about control and emotional closure. In real life, you hesitate. You get interrupted. You don't fully express what you mean. But in your mind, there's no pressure, no judgment, no risk of being misunderstood. Everything flows exactly how it should have. So your brain starts returning there, again and again, not because it's fake, but because it feels resolved. If you look closely, most of your imagined scenarios follow a pattern. You're either fixing the past, preparing for the future, or proving something you never got to prove. But here's the part most people don't realize. Some of your most perfect conversations have never actually happened, and yet they feel more complete than the real ones. At first, this helps. It helps you process, understand, prepare. But over time, it can quietly replace action. You start feeling like you've already expressed it, already confronted it, already lived it. But you haven't. You've only lived the version where nothing pushes back. So if your mind keeps creating these scenarios, don't ignore it. It's pointing to something very specific, where you're holding back in real life. Because the truth is, you're not imagining conversations because you're creative. You're imagining them because, somewhere, you're silent when it matters most. And the life you keep replaying in your head is waiting for you to finally say it out loud.